Hey, folks, good evening or afternoon, morning, wherever you be. My name is Logan. I'm joined by my cat Wisp here, of course, but more importantly, we're joined by Kiyoshi Takeda of Kyoto University of Advanced Science. He'll be walking us through a presentation on all things bioscience, business. You'll learn some more all English curriculum in Kyoto, Japan. So that's pretty cool. We are grateful to Kiyoshi for your time. Please do use the chat box, drop any questions you might have. We'll put some links and contact info in there as well. The session is being recorded as well, so everybody who signs up will get a link to the recording. I guess that's kind of it. Thanks again to Kiyoshi for your time. Take it away.
Thank you very much, Logan. Hello, everyone. My name is Kiyoshi Takeda. I'm so pleased to conducted this webinar and live from Japan. Japan is now in the early in the morning at 6 a.m. So I'm really pleased to introduce our exciting full degree programs of our universities in the fields of business and engineering and the biosciences. So today, let me proceed to, okay. So today I'd like to cover Kyoto University of Advanced Science and Engineering, other programs and application information, and of course, I would like to Bioenvironmental Sciences, Global Business and Economics. Well, before proceeding, let me double check and show you our visibilities, and I hope you can see me clearly, and you can see me, you can hear me clearly, and you can see my slides turning around.
Yep, we've got confirmation from the chat.
That's great. Thank you very much. So, why Japan? So a lot of you can so there can be so many reasons that you might want to consider Japan as your study destination. One of them, then definitely um, let me see. Are definitely statistically speaking, Japan is the one of the safest country in the world in terms of personal safety on the street, and that's I think it can be one of the important factors that you need to take into consideration. And as a student, obviously you might want to safer environment as a student for your learning or for your studies on campus. When it comes to our safety, then Japan is a very safe and in fact one of the safest environments throughout the world by world standards. So why Kyoto? Kyoto, for those who have not been to Japan or Kyoto are back in, or if I remember correctly, back in 2021, according to U.S. news magazines, Kyoto was selected as the best big city in the world, in terms of tourism attractions, like not London, not Paris, not Rome. Actually, Kyoto was selected as the best big city in the world, the U.S. news magazines. So this may give you a good idea how beautiful Kyoto is for international students as well as international travelers. Okay. So next, I would just put up the map of Japan on the right-hand side, and so that you can see where Kyoto is. Actually, Kyoto is a very small country, and in fact, Kyoto is a very similar size of the state of California. Or just allow me to take an example from the United States, and not Japan. And this may maybe give you how small Japan can be is. So it means okay, let me check. Also, this map will give you a great idea on how conveniently located Kyoto is. Kyoto in fact, Kyoto is centrally located, uniquely located in the middle of Japan, with two great access to two major cities like Osaka, Tokyo, which has an international airport. Just allow me to share with you. I was in Vancouver 2 months ago, and to do a college fair for Canadian students. And obviously, I had to take a flight from Osaka to go to Vancouver, and it was only 9 hours, and a very kind of short flight, compared to a long flight from, let's say, from Japan to London. And I hope you can, as a Canadian student, and I hope you can take this news, take this information as a sort of encouragement, big encouragement, traveling from Canada to Kyoto. Okay. So let me I'll try. Let me start discussing the KUAS in numbers. It was founded in 1969. It means that it's been operating more than 50 years, and established in universities. And it has 3,600 students. And it's really important for you to know that KUAS is the Japanese central government accredited private universities, and means that any degree that you earn with us at KUAS can be converted back to any institutions in Canada, any university, colleges, and for your more advanced coursework like master's, PhD. And of course, our degrees can be will be actually are internationally recognized throughout the world, whether it's the UK, US, and Australia, and Singapore, and Germany, and Italy, anywhere in the world. KUAS offers programs at 5 undergraduate colleges, also 5 postgraduate levels also. And when it comes to international students numbers, KUAS Engineering School alone, it has more than 300 students, and including, yes, I am very proud to share with you that KUAS has already enrolled 3 Canadian nationalities on an engineering program. And I hope this news is also I hope you can take this great news, as a sort of great encouragement that might help you to start considering Japan, also KUAS specifically, as your study college destination. Okay. Let me start talking about our faculty, exciting faculty of engineering first, and then followed by bioenvironmental sciences and business programs. So first, our program, good news is our program is conducted 100% in English, not in the Japanese language. So you don't really have to be overly concerned about your current Japanese language proficiency levels, because we don't see your Japanese language proficiency levels we don't see it as a pre-requirement in order to apply to these programs. And our program is a mechanical electrical system engineering. And let me talk. So what is the mechanical, electrical, and systems engineering? To make a longer story short, as you can see on the slides, uniquely, our program is a combined computing and data processing, mechanical engineering, electrical engineering in one big chunk on the same programs at the same time. In other words, that as our students, you can learn the computing and the data processing, mechanical engineering, electrical engineering at the same time, to be more skilled engineers for the futures, in the futures. And that really, yes, this is a very innovative, advanced engineering educational concept that really sets KUS apart from some other traditional engineering schools. And actually, we have students, international students, who come to who made the decisions to come to KUS because of this unique curriculum. Let me proceed. So even from the first year, you need to get down to work on our advanced engineering concept like Python, and in order to understand artificial intelligence. You don't have to wait for the third year, fourth year, or actually, even from the first year, you will be required to learn advanced computer languages like Python or for artificial intelligence. Okay. Oh, by the way, we do have we run these programs in 4 years, not 3 years. Unlike some other countries, are just a 4-year information clarification. Also, so when I was in Vancouver, for example, and I had many questions from students and also parents and teachers. And do we have, I mean, does KUS offer great internship programs to ensure our KUS students can have great opportunities for great job opportunities? Yes, good news. And as you said, best news is that our program is actually our integrate internship opportunities to our regular engineering curriculum, where students, while in college, while on a regular curriculum, students are required to participate in internship programs as a part of our regular curriculum or program. So in that sense, unlike universities in Canada, you don't have to go out on your own to try to find out good internship opportunities on your own while in college. Actually, we already let me emphasize that we integrated internship opportunities into our regular curriculum, where you are required to work closely with an professional engineer who are currently working professional engineers in great companies, engineers companies. So you are working with them for over 2 years, and actually you be treated like already are full-fledged engineers, and you can because of that you can have a problem statement from them, and which you'll be working on in order to develop solutions, even physical devices as solutions to their problems. Right? And you've been doing this not just 2 days, not 2 months, actually for this capstone project, you'll be doing this for over 2 years, working closely with professional engineers who are currently working in the industry. Okay, so just a matter of quality assurance, because you may be wondering about how good in quality, how not so good in the quality of our engineering education. So let me give you good ideas on how good our program is. So we partner this is a list of universities in the United States, also Asian size, European country that has a partner with the KUAS, University of California, Irvine, Ohio State University, Tufts University, or University of Technology, Sydney. We partner with all these world's finest universities because we see each other as a sort of highest educational and highest quality engineering education by world standards. In other words, that you can expect the same highest quality of engineering education also biosciences, business programs at KUAS, and that you would expect from these world's finest universities. Okay, these are some of the pictures taken from our real classes and going on, and you can see our cultural diversities in our class. Okay. And our facilities are really state of art, and because we are emphasizing the importance of first-hand learning, or you can have great access to these high quality of state-of-art facilities around the clock. For example, in order to work on your project in a team, and yeah, which should be a good news for you. And then just let me introduce one of our faculty members, and Professor Osamu Tabata, the Dean of KUAS Faculty of Engineering. He was ranked among the top 2% of the world's most cited researchers. So he has a very strong background in nanotechnology, and if you are really specific about nanotechnology in the future, even now, he can be a great supervisor for your studies with us at KUAS. And I hope you can see, or you can take this as a sort of quality assurance matters of our universities. Right. Okay. So, slightly on a different topic, you may be still wondering about, since I'm going to Japan, how I'm going to do with the Japanese language study. The good news is our regular curriculum already integrated Japanese language learning or systems into our regular curriculums, where as our students, you'll be or in addition to your majors, whether it's business, bioenvironmental sciences, or engineering, you'll be required to learn the Japanese language for 2 years intensively, or in addition to your majors. So that really helps you or linguistically instrumental as a professional after graduation, or if you are or wanted to stay on and in Japan after graduation, look for good job opportunities with the Japanese companies, which are still predominantly Japanese speaking environments. Okay. And yes, again, when I was in Vancouver, I do have a lot of questions about international dormitories, because from students, parents, and teachers, because I understand that they think that it's really great concerns that how much is the international dormitories per month, because in the world, throughout the world, you see eye-popping, the prohibitive tuition costs, as well as dormitory costs, and I mean, rapidly rising, right, everywhere in the world. But good news is Japan is an affordable country in that sense. If you take a look at this slide, per month, KUAS dormitory will only I should say only cost you 195 US dollars. Yes, ranging from 2 or 425 US dollars. Again, I should say only, including 2 meals provided on a weekdays. And okay. So if you take a look at the inside of the rooms, clean and beautiful, hygienic, and we don't compare just because the international dormitory is very affordable. We don't necessarily compromise the quality of life in dormitory. So I hope you like them, and let me also add that our rooms are all private. No, our dormitory doesn't have any of shared rooms. So any rooms that you have are belong to yourself. Okay. A bathroom, laundry, and all clean and bright. And yeah. Okay. So you may be interested in part-time jobs in Kyoto. And you can, yes, as even as an international student, you can work up to 40 hours per week. And during the during winter breaks and summer breaks. And but only 28 hours during the regular semesters, like first semester, second semester, only 28-hour week. 28 hours. There are a lot of lively or club activities going on campus, include our sports and culture club. And the tuition cost. Tuition cost is very affordable by world standards. So around $10,000 per year for the average. And we run this program again 4 years, not 3 years, just for your information once again. And the tuition cost, besides, our monthly living expenses in Japan is also affordable. Approximately in total, our tuitions, tuition, food, personal expenses, all included, it'll be around 742 US dollars, 750 US dollars. It'll be very affordable. And okay. So next, so how to apply? Very easy. So there are only 2 steps: apply online and interview. That's it. You don't have to fly over physically or to come to Japan, take any exams, and very easy. And all you need to do is to upload everything on a application portal site, and we can review it, and we make a decision for your for admission and also scholarships. And as you can take a closer look at the bottom, let me also emphasize once again, you don't have to have any prior Japanese language knowledge in order to apply for this program. And again, we don't conduct any physical examination, and all you have to do is apply through our online portal site. Admission eligibilities. So just let me take an example from our engineering programs. In order to apply for our engineering program, you need to have learned physics and math at your school, and the equivalent to high school levels. Okay, and business. If you're interested in our business programs, you need to have learned math. No other subjects. Math. Okay. So as long as you are taking the math and you're learning math at your school, right? Currently, are you be completely eligible to apply for our business programs? And when it comes to our Bioenvironmental Sciences program, you are be required to send us your either chemistry track records or biology study records. Okay, so okay, let me proceed. So what kind of documents you need to send us? So number 1, ID photo, or number 2, application essay, and number 3, official transcripts, and 4, certificates of expected graduation. Number 5, ACT or ACT results. I'll pause here because it's really important. For engineering candidates, you need to take SAT or ACT test result, and you'll be required to send us their scores to us in order for us to understand how your academic proficiencies, in order to understand academic for to learn advanced engineering, math, and physics. Okay? Whereas if you are a bioenvironmental sciences candidate or business candidates, are you don't have to send us a test, SAT or ACT test scores, because it's really optional. Okay? There's a fine line between engineering or the other majors. Okay. Okay. So you are still concerned, although KUAS offers great, incredibly affordable tuition levels to international students. We do have great scholarship opportunities for you international, specifically for international students. That will come in a formal tuition reduction by 50% or by 500%, and in addition to 100%, and monthly stipend. That you may be surprised if I say that, and these great scholarship can be applicable up to 4 years, not just 2 months, not just 1 semester, as long as the selected recipients will be able to maintain a designated GPAs throughout the years staying with us. Okay. Okay, run quickly. So how to make a decision for scholarships and admission? So overall, strong high school GPA and a good track records in physics, math, in the case of our engineering programs. Notable exam results and a strong essay and a KUAS specific letter of recommendations. We take a look at all these documents to make a decisions for your scholarship and admission. Okay. Like I said, you can upload your the necessary documents through our online portal site, and you see our detailed instructions on how to proceed to apply for our programs on our website. Okay. Sorry, let me proceed. All right. This is an old piece, or this is a piece of old information from the last year. I'm sorry about that, but we will also take a similar approach to application periods this year as well. Simply put, we have 3 different windows for application. Our number one, and the first one is early entry for application that will start in October. And the next regular entry for applications will start on December. And the final entry will start on February next year. All those toward the 2025 September intake. All right. Again, this is an older piece of information from last year, but we follow the kind of similar application cycles in this year as well, and just for your information. Okay, so finally, we are excited to launch 2 more international programs. One is Bioenvironmental Sciences, the other one Global Business and Economics. And if you're interested in Bioenvironmental Science, if you really are let me put it this way: if you're really good at chemistry or biology at the high schools, in the high school levels, and the bioenvironmental sciences may be your options, good options. And whereas, if you are really good at math and think that you want to become a great business person in the future, and definitely our global business and economics programs maybe yours. And bioenvironmental sciences. Okay. Sorry, our set, sorry, smaller fonts. Sorry about that. But if you want to be, let's say, in a environmental concern protectionist, and yeah, definitely you might want to consider these programs as your strong options. Also, if you are kind of students that really wanted to work in the laboratories and to understand the by cells or all those DNA systems, and so that you can or work out stronger crop or methodologies. And also then also that this might be your strong option for your majors in our with our KUAS with us KUAS. Okay. And this is what I've been talking about. So if you are really want to become biological scientist or environmental human health or are concerned are professional, you might want to study this program. And at the same time, as in the bottom, if you are really concerned about how to sustain or create a sustainable society, environment, and this program is going to really equip you with the skills and knowledge and that is necessary for you to become a successful professional in these fields. For bioenvironmental sciences tuition, $10,000, which is very similar to tuition structures to our engineering program. Okay. So business program, okay, let me proceed. Tuition levels are slightly less than those in the bioenvironmental and business or engineering program. Engineering program, let me proceed. Okay. Okay. Business program, if you are really interested in the business fields and also this program specific programs is gonna give you great tools and knowledge and skill that you need to be successful in the future as a business person. And in fact, Kyoto is the sort of a hub of our technology firms, also our also more of let me just give you an example. In Kyoto, you may be surprised if I say that there are at least 5 companies that has been successfully operating more than 1,000 years. Whether you may or may not believe this, but there are such a great company which is the longest business longevities in the world by world standards. So since we have our business ties, strong ties with those incredibly successful companies, and you can have speakers, guests from these companies and based in Kyoto. You can learn practical knowledge and skills by learning or by working closely with them on these programs. And then you can learn them by learning from them, and then you can actually apply what you learned to the international levels and after graduation, so that you can be a great entrepreneur, and you can be also be a great business people working with global companies, and those are the specific factors, components, academic components that will set KUAS engineering program apart from other or some other traditional engineering schools. Right. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much for your kind attention. And now I'd let the floor open to your question. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kyoshi. Really appreciate that. I learned a few things too. That 1,000-year-old corporation really is kind of stunning. So pretty cool. Please do, folks who are listening, use the chat panel. Drop your questions in there, and we'll take them as we go. Um, we've got a few lined up, and I've got a couple of my own as well. Specifically, I'm quite curious about the co-op opportunities for the new programs. So will environmental science, business admin have co-op placements similar to how the engineering program does?
Yeah, exactly. Like our engineering programs, there are great opportunities for our students to have great access to business people who currently work in industry, both whether it's in the bioenvironmental sciences or business programs. And when they get the third year, fourth year, or they will work closely with the business leaders or bioenvironmental scientists to understand what's going on in the real world of these fields.
Great. Okay, that's great to
Yeah,
hear.
sure,
Cool. Okay, we've got a few questions coming in the chat, so let's jump
sure.
into them. First one, is the Master of Engineering program purely course-based, or is there a sort of research thesis component to it?
Engineering master's program purely course based. Okay, that's a great question because I don't, I'm only focused. Although only focused on undergraduate levels today, and thank you for great questions. Yes, we are actually very proud to be running to be able to I mean to be running great programs in the field of engineering at the postgraduate levels for international students. Our program is a postgraduate levels and actually based in a research base, not on a curriculum based. Meaning that even before you apply to our postgraduate engineering programs, you be kind of expected to be a great researchers that will need to lay out whole plan, a research plan when it comes to application periods and trying to impress our professors as your future supervisors and so you are as a part of application documents you actually clarify what you wanted to accomplish as a sort of established researchers working with the supervisors. That's how we run this engineering programs at postgraduate levels. I hope you can remember that again, our program is research based, not curriculum based. Really need to be very proactive to what you want to achieve by working with our professors.
Appreciate that clarification. Thanks so much. More questions? We'll just take them down the line.
Sure.
This one is about transferring students currently in a bachelor's of chemistry, wondering if they could essentially transfer some credits to a comparable program at KUAS.
Okay, if you remember, our program is a sort of a we combined a specific major and the Japanese learning, very intensive, very unique, in a sense that any transfer students are requires to work from scratch, meaning that work from first year, wherever you currently or what levels currently you are at. And so, or even in that sense, you can't transfer. But of course, if you are willing to work from scratch from the first years and on our programs, then yes, you'll be allowed, completely eligible to apply for our programs.
Right.
Okay?
Interesting. So you probably have some skills, but you still need to go through the program as it's laid out.
Yes. And but now I hope you can take what I'm going to say as a sort of a great encouragement for your backgrounds. And we do, because of our unique engineering curriculum, also bioenvironmental or the business programs, and that really sets us apart from other some other traditional schools. And we do have non-traditional students from around the world, whether they are 28 and 25, and they are actually really interesting, intrigued by the unique nature of our programs, and they willingly to, or they usually are willingly start from scratch. You're working with us, and they all they are doing really well, working from the younger crowds, and if you're interested, and I really encourage you to consider programs as a sort of your new options for your academic backgrounds.
Okay, appreciate that. This one's a quick up or down. Do you folks offer a program in astrophysics?
Unfortunately, yeah, we do have. I mean, I do have similar questions all the time. Astrophysics, not our specialties. Unfortunately, our programs are more like robotics. Not just robotics, but also centering around robotics and yeah. So which obviously is quite far apart from astrophysics.
You say obviously, but to me, sounds similar. I don't know, but I truly don't know. Okay, a few more here, and please do, folks, if you have other questions, fire them into the chat. Happy to keep going. So this one's from another student asking about essentially costs. So you did talk about scholarship. Does that cover flights? Anything that is covered essentially, or is pretty much everything from the student side out of pocket to start?
Okay. Sorry. I missed. Sorry, I missed your. I missed your question. So, is that are you talking about the scholarship recipients, or you are talking about the students in general, in about how to shoulder the tuition costs?
I think it's the latter, and the student who asked the question can feel free to clarify in the chat. But it looks like they're just wondering if everything is out of pocket to start, or if there's any support beyond receiving the tuition discount, I guess.
Okay, so basically two channels, right? And one is obviously, or if you are selected as scholarship recipients from our universities, and are obviously you can see our reduced costs for living in as a student, and also living on the campus. Okay. And when it comes to how to shoulder the, so if you remember, in that the tuition costs, and you as a student, and in principle, you are supposed to cover the cost and for yourself, and by looking for resources or sources how to fund your studies with that in 4 years, and also for your living expense in 4 years. And if you are, I mean, if you can be more specific about your questions, and I'll more than happy to provide you more detailed answers to your cost-related question.
Fair enough. And on that note, I'll mention too that anyone can give a shout to admission@kuas.ac.jp to get an email response as well. So we will proceed. A few more questions here. How about percentage of grads that get a job in their field of choice? So graduate from engineering, get an engineering job. What is your general placement percentage there?
Get jobs in the careers. Also, possible work in Japan. That's Canada. Oh yes. So if you're not sure about this, I'm no wonder on the person graduates get jobs in the career. Okay. So the percentage of graduates. Graduates means graduates from undergraduate programs.
Correct. Yeah. So
Yeah.
people have finished the program and are now going on to career.
Okay. So I'm really proud to share great news and great data with you current now that KUAS is really proud to have over 80% of successful job placements and for
Nice.
undergraduates, graduates. Yeah, 98%. And
Pretty good.
yeah, so I understand. I understand because I've been to Canada and been speaking and had a chance of speaking to parents and teachers and high school teachers, and they are and even undergraduate students, and they are all concerned about the job opportunities and really job openings are really tight currently in Canada. I understand that, and in that sense, Japan has a lot more opportunities than in Canada. In general, but like I said, in our 80 more than 80% of our current undergraduate graduates really landed a job, with a good job, even before they graduate.
Cool. Oh, that's always good to
Yeah.
hear. And then
Yeah.
the second part, is it possible to work in Japan as a Canadian? You did cover that, and yes, right,
Ah,
you can work during the
yes,
year and after.
yes,
Cool. Okay.
definitely.
Great. With that question about high school grades, what is the standard sort of admissions average that would give a student a pretty good shot at being admitted?
Yeah, yeah, that is a great concern. That is a great a question that I should have said. Yes, good news is the we since we are KUS takes a holistic reviewing process to make
Mhm.
decisions for your admission scholarship, and so we accept any kind of students, any students who with any kind of a GPA as a candidate, as an applicant. So whatever GPA you have, you'll be completely eligible to apply for programs. Even if you are concerned about a low GPA at your schools, and it doesn't necessarily mean that you be cut off from our list, applicant list. Actually, you can try to apply for a program with your current GPA, then and you can even have a chance, opportunities to impress us with other tools like extracurricular activities. Maybe ACT is the best tools that are you can use to impress others with your academic capacities, academic aptitudes, and that really give us a good or uh, give us a tools to understand how much ready you be ready as a college student for great programs.
Appreciate that. And on that note, one of the requirements is the personal essay. Is that a big factor as well, or is it more about like test scores and stuff? Or you mentioned holistic, so it's probably a little bit of everything.
Yes. So we take a look at the essay because we obviously KUS wants the students in the KUS who are KUS oriented, not other university oriented, obviously. And also we take a look at your recommendation letters from your school counselors, and we'll take a look at your SAT, ACT, scores, and GPA scores. And so we take a look at everything that you send to us to make our decisions for your scholarship.
All right, beautiful. A couple more questions. Do fire them into the chat if anyone has any more. This one's kind of general. How about support students, support services for students? So career placements, this might be counseling, academic supports, writing center, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so we have a special and a specific departments in every single process toward a career choice for students. So I understand that you are kind of concerned on how to migrate from Canada to Japan in the first place. Yes, there is a huge department in what we call international liaisons and departments that really bridge between international students and the Japanese or Japan, the Japanese language environment. They're gonna help you bridge smoothly between these in the transitional periods. And once you enroll in the our educational affairs department people really is gonna take care of yourself and take care of you about how to choose, how to select subjects, and they're gonna help you a lot. And there is also a career department center that is specifically assigned to help international students explore job opportunity with the Japanese companies and even outside of Japan. And also sports facility department, and also if you are really interested in knowing more about the sports activities, or so there are a lot of departments and department offices that has specifically assigned to help international students. So that's why we do have students from 44 different countries, including Canada, the US, Europe, even from the Scandinavian countries. And they are really doing well because of the great support that KUAS as a whole provides to international students.
Cool. It's great to hear, because even as somebody who has traveled around the world myself, I feel like living in Japan would be kind of intense, right? You would need a little bit of backup. Okay. This one is very specific. I'll just quote it. I'm half Japanese, but fully went to high school here, which I presume means Canada. Would I still need to apply as a Japanese student, or would I apply as an international student? And I guess the corollary there is there really any difference in the application? Because the tuition is the same, right?
The tuition is the same, and application period is the same. Also, application system is the same. We don't make any difference whether you are Japanese or international, or where you are Canadians. But only difference when it comes to visa process, after you being admitted, after you being accepted admitted programs, that's the only process that you might want to consider. But whether other than that, no difference.
Fair enough, and that's a good point about the permit. We got another question coming in. We are running out of time, but please do keep them coming. How about space-related collaboration in engineering? For example, space-based robotics. I guess this person's looking for that astrophysics connection, maybe.
Okay. Yes, that's a very interesting question. Space-based robotics, and yes, definitely, that's one area you might want to look into while working with us at KUAS. As KUAS is engineering specialties that centers around robotics, and whether it's in space and medical or usages, and also industrial usages. We explore on a daily basis. Actually, on a daily basis, we explore all kinds of variety, all kinds of usages of robots in every single industry. So definitely, you'll be encouraged to looking into a space which might be your specialties in terms of how you want to make tweaks on your robots and while working with us.
And it makes sense to me. And as much as I understand how robots work, I think space is pretty much filled with them. We've got one more question about companies. So Honda, it's been in the news here in Ontario. They're launching a big, at least one plant for EVs and maybe more. This person is wondering if you could conceivably sort of start an internship with Honda in Japan and then kind of transfer to working for them here in Canada. Is that something you've heard done?
Oh, okay. Yes, now I've already checked the new websites for this news. Now I understand that. Yeah, I would say great job opportunities and for Canadian people. And But how to apply when it comes to how to apply the realities, for these companies, and you might want, so before you graduate, you might want to or contact each different office. One is headquartered in Kyoto, in Tokyo, and Honda, and also you might want to check out opportunities with the Canadian Honda in a separate way, because these two entities are totally different entities, and in a business sense. So you might want to consider again contacting them in separate ways before graduation for job opportunities.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. They'll probably be happy to see that you've got that kind of experience, but you never know. We've got one more about the scholarship, which is there an application process specifically for it, or are people automatically considered? Do they need to submit a specific essay, anything they need to do for the funding?
Right. Yeah, that's a great question. And you'll be encouraged, highly encouraged to know that our application process for our scholarships is really simple and easy. And to be honest with you, you can make only 3-liners to explain why you need a scholarship. Only 3 lines. That easy. Yeah, I don't think you may believe this, but only 3 lines. All you have to do is to make 3 lines and explain to us why you need it. That's it. And
Wow.
that's it. And automatically we are at the same time reviewing your application for admission, and at the same time we will review your scholarship level, scholarship. So and it's parallelly at the same time. So
Cool. That's interesting.
yeah, you don't unlike other universities, you don't have to or write another essay, so to just apply for our scholarships, and yeah.
Cool. Well, as a writer, I'm sort of up and down on that, but I think it's good overall. I guess that's about it then. We're just about at the end of our time. Any parting words for us, Kyoshi, before we let you go?
Oh, okay. Thank you very much for your. So, maybe you may think that Canada, Japan are two totally separate countries, and long mentally, psychologically, Japan is too far, but actually not. Like I said, we already have 3 Canadian students enrolling, and this year, September, we're gonna have 1 Canadian addition to our programs in the fields of engineering. So every year KUAS has been kind of become recognized by our Canadian students gradually. So yes, so definitely you can take that my comment as a sort of a big encouragement for your consideration for KUAS as your future college option. So to do that, to explore all that, I hope you can have a chance to take a look at our website, and that explains everything: application cost and tuition cost, and application documents, and application cycles and timelines, everything in a simple terms. And I hope you have a chance to you have extra minutes to take a look at as quickly as possible. Okay, thank you very much for your thank you very much for your time today to join this webinars today. And I hope you have a wonderful evening.
Have a great day, and thanks so much for your time. Really appreciate it.